Hello musicians, my name is Marcus Wheat, and today I'm going to be showing you how you can learn Rockstar by DaBaby without sheet music. Let's get started. So the first thing you want to do is you want to find the bass notes because the notes in the bass usually tell you which chords you're going to be using. Okay, so let's just explore around and see if we can find these notes. We're just going to wait for the bass to be a little bit more pronounced. So our bass notes are going to be G sharp, B, F sharp, and E. So our next step is basically you want to figure out where the notes seem to be revolving around. Usually it's the first chord, but not always. In this case it is. So it's going to be our G sharp. G sharp is going to be the note that everything else is revolving around. Alright, so then after that, our next step is to determine the key. So now that we found our note that everything revolves around, we need to see if this is going to be in a major key or a minor key. Okay, so to do a major key, we're just going to play the major scale. And what we want to do is we want to see if we can find the notes that we found in the bass in that scale. Okay? So first we need to see if we can find a B in the scale. So since we skip over B and go straight to C, there's not going to be a B in this scale. So a major key isn't going to work. So now let's try the minor key. So now we're still going to look for a B. So there it is. There's your B. Alright, so we need an F sharp. That works. And then we need an E. So there it is. So in our minor key, we have all of the notes in the bass. So from there, we can basically use the chords that are in our minor key and transfer them to our bass notes. So how do we do that? So every note that is in the scale can have a chord associated with it. And so basically what you want to do is, let's say we're starting on our first note, you want to skip and then skip. And what you do is you want to make sure that you skip in the key. So that's super important. You don't want to just go from this one and say, okay, let's skip this one and then let's go here and then skip this one and go here. That doesn't work. It has to be in the key. Okay? So there's our first chord. Alright, so let's do the same for B. So we're going to skip C sharp, D sharp, that's our second note. And we're just going to skip E and F sharp, that's our third note. Alright, let's do the same for F sharp. Alright, we're going to skip G sharp, go to A sharp, we're going to skip B, and go to C sharp. And then our last one is the E chord. We're going to start on E, we'll skip F sharp, we'll have G sharp, and skip A sharp, and we'll have B. So now that we've done that, we have all of our chords that we're going to use. So we're going to use G sharp minor, B major, F sharp major, E major. Okay, so it sounds just a little bit different, and that's because what they're doing is called an inversion. So all that is instead of playing the chords like this with the root at the bottom, we're just gonna change the order. So we're gonna play it this way instead. So let's try that. Okay, so that's the inversions, and then now, as you just heard, they're about to do a pattern. So let's see if we can figure out that pattern. Okay, so the pattern is basically you're taking the same notes that we're using for the chords, and we're just making a pattern with it. So that's it. So that's how you play Rockstar by DaBaby. I know we went a little bit fast, but if you need a little bit more instruction, be sure to click the link below to download my ebook where I'm giving you my method on exactly what you need to do to be able to do what I just did and figure out any song that you want. Hope this helped, and thank you very much.